Hare Krishna, the 16th Shloka from the second chapter. Na sato vidyate bhavo, na bhavo vidyate satah. Ubhayorapi drishto antas tva anayos tattva darshivihi. Those who are seers of the truth have concluded that of the non-existence, the material body, there is no endurance, and of the eternal, the soul, there is no change. This they have concluded by studying the nature of both. Right? So here it says how the body, our material body, is the non-existence, and the eternal soul, there is no change, right? It is infinite. Let's read the purport to get the meaning deeper. Purport: there is no endurance of the changing body, that the body is changing every moment by the actions and reactions of the different cells is admitted by modern medical science, and thus growth and old age are taking place in the body. But the spirit soul exists permanently, remaining the same despite all changes of the body and the mind. That is the difference between matter and spirit. By nature, the body is ever changing and the soul is eternal. This conclusion is established by all classes of seers of the truth, both impersonalist and personalist. In the Vishnu Purana, it is stated that Vishnu and his abodes all have self-illuminated spiritual existence. Right? Jyotimshi Vishnur Bhuvanani Vishnu. I'm sorry if I have not pronounced it properly. The words existence and non-existence refer only to spirit and matter. That is the version of all the seers of truth. This is the beginning of the instruction by the Lord to the living entities who are bewildered by the influence of ignorance. Removal of ignorance involves the re-establishment of the eternal relationship between the worshipper and the worshipable, and the consequent understanding of the difference between the part and parcel living entities and the Supreme Personality of Godhead. One can understand the nature of the Supreme by thorough study of oneself, the difference between oneself and the Supreme being understood as the relationship between the part and the whole. In the Vedanta Sutras, as well as in the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Supreme has been accepted as the origin of all emanations. Such emanations are experienced by the superior and inferior natural sequences. The living entities belong to the superior nature, as it will be revealed in the 7th chapter. Although there is no difference between the energy and the energetic is accepted as the supreme, and the energy or nature is accepted as the subordinate. The living entities, therefore, are always subordinate to the Supreme Lord, as in the case of the master and the servant, or the teacher and the taught. Such clear knowledge is impossible to understand under the spell of ignorance. And to drive away such ignorance, the Lord teaches the Bhagavad Gitā for the enlightenment of all living entities for all time. So in the shloka we see how the soul is eternal and it is infinite, and the body is constantly changing. Each second or minute, every cells are dying and new type of cells are getting birth, right? And it is told here that how Lord Vishnu is the Supreme Personality or the Super Soul accepted by different sutras and Puranas, that is Srimad Bhagavatam or the Vedanta Sutras. So yeah, that's what the shloka meant. Till then, Hare Krishna.